The bridge was small, too small to appear on most maps. It crossed a narrow stream where willow branches kissed the water every spring. People hurried across it, except one man. Every evening, Mr. Elias stopped exactly halfway. He leaned against the wooden railing, watching fish glide beneath the fading sunlight. Travelers often asked, "Are you waiting for someone?" He smiled, "I already found them." One impatient businessman, always rushing toward tomorrow, finally stopped. "What do you see down there?" Elias answered, "The things people miss when they are busy looking ahead." The man looked, nothing happened. Then a dragonfly landed on the railing. The stream reflected pink evening clouds. A family of ducks passed quietly beneath. It was enough. The businessman arrived late to his meeting. For the first time, he did not apologize. Some moments he realized are worth arriving late for. The world rarely asks us to hurry. Mostly it asks us to notice the wind, the water, the laughter coming from somewhere unseen. Life has always spoken slowly. Months later, people began gathering on the bridge every evening. Artists sketched, children skipped stones, grandparents shared quiet stories. Nobody organized it, nobody planned it. The bridge simply reminded everyone that beautiful things often happen when we stop rushing. Soft flowing stream, evening birds. Years afterward, the bridge needed replacing. The town voted, instead of building a larger one, they rebuilt it exactly the same size. Some places, they agreed, should never become faster. Visitors still wonder why such a tiny bridge has become the most beloved place in the valley. The answer is waiting there every evening between one heartbeat and the next. If you ever cross that little bridge, pause for just 1 minute. The stream has been telling the same beautiful story for hundreds of years. It never minds waiting. for another listener. Every dawn, before the first loaf entered the oven, someone wrote a single recipe on the small chalkboard outside Gabriel's bakery. Not for bread, for happiness, no signature, just gentle handwriting. Monday read, call someone before you need them. Tuesday, walk slowly enough to notice birds. Wednesday, forgive yourself before bedtime. Customers smiled. Some copied the messages into notebooks. Others carried them only in memory. One winter morning, a young nurse named Clara stopped outside after finishing a long night shift. She had forgotten what resting felt like. The chalkboard held only 6 words. Drink tea while it is warm. She laughed, then cried, not because of the sentence, because someone had finally reminded her she was human. Inside, Gabriel served fresh cinnamon bread. He glanced toward the chalkboard, smiled quietly. Never once did he admit who wrote the messages. Kindness does not always arrive as grand speeches. Sometimes it is written in chalk on ordinary mornings, outside ordinary doors, waiting for exactly the person who needs those words today. Spring arrived, rain washed away each message. Every sunrise a new one appeared. Children began guessing what tomorrow's sentence might become. An old woman brought flowers every Friday. A violinist played nearby without asking for coins. Slowly, the bakery became more than a bakery. It became the village's morning heartbeat. One evening, Clara stayed late, helping Gabriel close the shop. Before leaving, he handed her a small box of white chalk. I think tomorrow belongs to you. The next morning, the chalkboard read, you have survived every difficult day so far. People stopped, read, smiled. Some whispered, thank you. No one ever discovered who had written the very first recipe. Eventually, it no longer mattered, because kindness, like sourdough, is meant to be shared, fed, and passed along. from one pair of hands to another. If you visit the bakery before sunrise, look carefully. The chalk is always a little dusty, as though hope has been writing all night. All night. Every midnight, an old blue boat untied itself from the weathered pier. No captain called its name, no wind pushed its sails. Yet every evening it departed. Theo had watched it since childhood. The fishermen ignored it. The villagers pretended it belonged to the fog. Only Theo believed boats sometimes searched for dreamers instead of destinations. One quiet autumn night he stepped aboard. The rope loosened itself. The harbor disappeared without making a sound. The sea became the sky. The stars floated beneath him. Whales carried constellations across silver waves. Every forgotten wish rose from the water like glowing lanterns, finding their owners once again. The boat visited islands built entirely from lullabies, mountains carved from sleeping clouds, libraries where every unwritten dream waited patiently inside empty journals. Theo understood imagination was never childish, only neglected. As sunrise approached, the boat quietly returned. Nothing had changed except Theo smiled more easily than yesterday. From then on, whenever someone said dreams were unrealistic, Theo simply looked toward the sea, where every midnight an old blue boat still sailed without wind. Some journeys leave no footprints, only brighter mornings. Every evening, just before closing, Mr. Gabriel walked outside his bakery, holding an empty glass jar. The The children always laughed, he's collecting sunsets again. He always nodded, as many as I can. His bakery stood beside the old river, where golden light lingered longer than anywhere else in town. Fresh bread cooled on wooden shelves, cinnamon rolls filled the air with quiet happiness. Travelers often stayed longer than they intended. No one seemed to mind. A young photographer named Iris visited every Friday. She had traveled across half the country searching for perfect light. Yet somehow the photographs never captured what her heart had actually seen. One evening she finally asked, "Why do you carry that empty jar?" Gabriel smiled, "It isn't empty." He held it toward the horizon, amber light filled the glass. Dust danced like tiny stars. For tomorrow, he whispered, "Some people save money, some people save letters." Gabriel collected sunsets, not because they could be kept, but because remembering beauty makes tomorrow a little easier to welcome. Winter arrived, business grew quieter, clouds covered the valley for nearly 2 weeks still. Every evening, Gabriel carried his little jar outside. Iris watched, confused. "There isn't a sunset today," he smiled gently. "There is always light. Sometimes it simply hides inside hope." Silence on the first clear evening after the storms. The entire town gathered outside the bakery. Children held jars, parents held jars, even strangers held jars. No one spoke as the sky turned gold. Years later, people forgot many things, old addresses, telephone numbers, faces, but no one forgot to pause when the sky became beautiful, because one baker had quietly taught them that sunsets were never meant to be owned, only noticed. The bakery closed, the lights dimmed. One small glass jar rested on the windowsill, still glowing long after the sun had gone. Snow arrived before sunrise, covering Cedar Hill with a silence that sounded almost sacred. Every rooftop turned white, every path disappeared. Only one melody still wandered through the morning. No one knew where it came from. At the edge of town stood an abandoned railway station. Its clock had stopped many winters ago. Inside, beside a wooden bench, rested an old violin. Inside a faded leather case, people passed it every day. No one touched it. Some believed it belonged to a musician who never returned. Others believed it had simply chosen to wait. One December afternoon, Noah, a quiet carpenter, wandered into the station to escape the wind. He noticed the warm brass latch on the violin case. It felt warm, strangely warm. Inside, the instrument looked untouched by time. Its maple wood glowed softly beneath the gray afternoon light. Tucked beneath the strings was a folded note. Music remembers what winter cannot bury. Noah had not played since he was 16. After his mother's passing, every melody had become too heavy to carry. Still, his fingers found the strings as though they had been waiting all these years. The first note floated gently through the empty station. Snowflakes slowed, the old clock shivered once, then began ticking again. Windows shimmered, forgotten footsteps echoed warmly through the wooden hall. The violin did not chase the silence, it taught the silence how to sing. Outside, people stopped walking, children looked toward the station. An elderly woman closed her umbrella. A train, long removed from every timetable, seemed almost possible again. For a few precious minutes, the town remembered what hope sounded like. Brushes dancing gently across the snare, light wind blending with snowfall. When the melody ended, no one noticed. Someone standing across the platform, a young woman wrapped in a blue wool coat. She smiled, placed one finger gently against her lips, and disappeared into the falling snow. The violin case was empty, only the note remained. From that winter onward, every first snowfall, music returned to Cedar Hill. Sometimes played by Noah, sometimes by someone no one ever without answers. The station still waits, the clock still keeps time, and somewhere beneath fresh snow, another melody is learning to bloom. There was a river that curved gently around Willow Brook, moving so quietly that people often forgot it was flowing at all. The elders believed spoken along its banks. No one argued. Some stories felt true. Without proof, Margaret came to the river every Sunday morning. She carried a small wicker basket, a notebook, and a fountain pen that no longer held ink. She sat beneath the same willow, listening to water speak its endless language. Years ago she had begun forgetting little things first, birthdays, then the streets, then familiar faces. What frightened her most was forgetting names. One misty dawn, an old ferryman guided his wooden boat to the shore. He greeted her warmly. You came back, Margaret Friel, eaten amaranth. The ferryman smiled. We have many times you simply forgot. The river didn't. He dipped a weathered oar into the water. Small circles spread quietly across the surface. One by one, voices echoed her father's laugh, her sister calling in her home, a childhood friend shouting across summer fields. Not ghosts, memories waiting patiently. Tears filled Margaret's eyes, not from sadness, from recognition. She whispered each name aloud. The river answered with ripples glowing beneath the morning sun. Names are more than sounds. They are little homes where love waits to be remembered, even when memory tired. The heart still knows the way. From then on, Margaret wrote one remembered name every morning. Neighbors, teachers, friends, the baker, the bookseller, even old Samuel, keeper of the lighthouse. Soon children began joining her. They filled notebooks with names of grandparents, birds, flowers, and rivers. The village slowly learned that remembering is an act of gratitude. Spicy cello, warm clarinet, gentle felt piano, finger-style guitar, soft current of the river, bird song at sunrise. When Margaret could no longer walk to the river, the children came instead. They read names aloud, one by one, letting the breeze carry them across the water. No name was ever rushed. No name was ever too small. Years later, new families arrived in Willowbrook. The first tradition they learned was simple. On the first Sunday of every month, everyone gathered beside the river to speak the names of those who had shaped their. When autumn light in Brea Valley, people often noticed a young woman standing quietly beneath the oldest maple tree. She carried a weathered wooden easel, a tin box of brushes, and a canvas that always seemed too small for the sky above her. Her name was Elise. She never painted the same sunset twice. Travelers admired her finished landscapes. Children gathered nearby, guessing which tree would appear next. Yet no one understood why every painting looked warmer than the world itself. One curious boy asked, "Where do your colors come from?" Elise smiled. "I borrow them from where." She looked upward. The leaves Each evening, before packing her brushes, Elise picked up one fallen leaf, golden, amber, crimson, copper. She placed it carefully between the pages of a thick leather journal, not to preserve it, to remember how that particular sunset had felt. Because colors, she believed, were never only seen, they were remembered. On an unusually windy evening, the valley lost every single leaf. Branches stood bare, the hills turned quiet. Elise unfolded her easel anyway. You cannot paint autumn, someone whispered. She answered, I already have. The brightest colors are not kept inside forests, they remain inside the people who notice them before they disappear. Beauty is not borrowed from the world, it is carried home. Winter settled gently, snow covered the meadows, the trees stood still. Yet inside Elise's studio, walls overflowed with autumn light. Every painting held a season that no longer existed, except in memory. A little girl visited with her grandfather. She stared at one glowing canvas for a long time. It feels warm. The old man smiled. That's because she remembered the sunshine. Singer-style guitar, soft according slays, warm felt piano, brushes on snare, wind through maple branches. Years later, after Elise had quietly moved away, artists from distant towns came searching for her studio. The easel remained, the brushes remained, only one page had been left open inside the leather journal. He's written, never paint what your eyes can already see. Paint what your heart hopes never to forget. Every autumn, children still gather beneath the maple tree. They bring paper, watercolors, old newspapers. Nobody teaches them. The valley already has, because once someone learns how to notice beauty, they begin sharing it naturally, like sunlight moving from leaf to leaf. If you ever find the highest point above Briar Valley, there was a hill that changed color with every season. Spring painted it blue, summer covered it in gold, autumn borrowed crimson, winter left only silence. Yet one thing never changed: the wildflowers. Children believed the flowers could hear promises. Parents smiled and allowed them to believe it. After all, some stories make people a little gentler. When 12-year-old Lucy buried a tiny ribbon beneath the tallest oak, she whispered, "I promise I will never stop painting." The flowers swayed, though there was no wind. Years unfolded like turning pages. Lucy became an architect. Meetings replaced sketchbooks. Deadlines replaced sunsets. The paintbrushes remained untouched inside a dusty box beneath her bed. One autumn evening, after nearly 20 years, she returned to the hill, almost by accident. The oak tree stood exactly where memory had left it. Nearby, tiny blue wildflowers bloomed around something buried long ago. Lucy knelt, carefully brushing away the soil. She found a faded ribbon, still blue, still tied, still waiting. Promises made by children are unlike any others. They are spoken before fear learns how to interrupt, before success becomes louder than joy, before the world teaches us to postpone the things that make us alive. Lucy unpacked a small watercolor set she had purchased years earlier but never opened. The first brush stroke felt uncertain. The second, familiar by sunset. The hillside had become her canvas. Children walking home stopped to watch. One little girl asked, "Did you paint for your job?" Lucy smiled. "No, I paint because I promised." song fading into evening. The following spring, the town noticed something new. An outdoor painting class beneath the old oak every Saturday, free. Lucy never advertised it, she simply brought extra brushes. People came anyway. Years later, the hill became famous not for its flowers, but for the laughter that bloomed there every weekend. And beneath the tallest oak, hidden forever under soft roots and blue petals, a faded ribbon continued keeping its promise. If you visit Briar Valley on a quiet spring morning, look carefully. The flowers still lean gently toward anyone brave enough to remember the promise they once made to themselves. The letter arrived 3 months too late. Its envelope carried the faint scent of lavender, sunlight, and old paper that had traveled farther than anyone expected. Emma turned it over carefully. No address, no stamp, only 5 handwritten words, open when autumn feels lonely outside. The first maple leaf drifted across her porch. She smiled and quietly opened it. Inside was a single page, creased from being folded many times. The handwriting belonged to her grandmother, soft, steady, and impossibly familiar. Dear Emma, if you are reading this, summer has already packed its suitcase. Do not be sad, it never really leaves. Emma laughed through damp eyes. Only her grandmother could begin a letter like that. The words wandered gently through forgotten afternoons. They spoke of blackberry pies cooling on wooden windowsills, bare feet running through tall grass, old jazz records spinning beside open windows, while rain tapped softly against the roof. Every season, the letter said, borrow something beautiful from the one before it. Autumn carries summer's warmth inside every golden leaf. Emma looked outside. The garden had changed. The roses were sleeping. The sun stayed lower than it used to, yet somehow everything felt wonderfully alive. Summer had not disappeared, it had simply learned another language. It spoke now, through amber forests, through cinnamon mornings, through quiet cups of tea, through the laughter shared beneath oversized scars. Nothing beautiful had been lost, only transformed into another kind of light. The final page contained no advice, only a recipe. Apple cake, too much cinnamon, too much butter. Measure nothing perfectly, life never does. Emma laughed again. She could almost hear her grandmother's voice coming from the old kitchen, pretending the extra cinnamon had been accidental. It never was. Warm violin rises slowly, soft brush drums, leaves rustling in the background. A gentle jazz piano improvisation lingers between memories. At the bottom of the page, written much smaller, almost as an afterthought, were 12 simple words. When you miss me, bake something. Love always smells like home. Emma lowered the letter. For the first time since the funeral, she did not cry. Instead, she walked quietly into the kitchen. Soon, warm cinnamon filled every room. Neighbors smiled without knowing why. Children slowed their bicycles to breathe the autumn air. The little house, silent for so long, began sounding like music again. Emma finally understood. The letter had never been about summer. It had always been about learning that love never follows the calendar. Years later, Emma wrote the very same letter, folded it carefully, placed it inside an empty envelope, and on the front she wrote only 5 words: open when autumn feels lonely. Some traditions are not inherited, they are quietly continued. Rain arrived before the morning, long before the birds awoke. Tiny silver notes were dancing on the petals of an old forgotten rose. Eleanor stood outside the gate, holding the watering can that was almost older than herself. She smiled. Today, she whispered, perhaps you will finally bloom. The garden had been sleeping for nearly 20 years, not because winter stayed too long, But because no one had believed, flowers still remembered songs. Every path was covered gently with moss and drifting ivy. The fountain no longer carried water, only echoes. Eleanor walked barefoot through the silence, touching every leaf as though greeting an old friend. The rain became softer, almost careful, almost curious, as if it wanted to understand why someone would care for a place everyone else had forgotten. And something beautiful happened. The rain stopped falling and started singing. Every drop became a melody. Every blossom opened slowly. The whole garden breathed together like an orchestra that had been waiting its entire life for one patient listener. Blue hydrangeas lifted their faces, white lilies shimmered beneath cloudy skies. Even the smallest wildflowers stood a little taller. Birds returned one by one. Butterflies floated through curtains of mist. The broken fountain began carrying water again, although no one could explain why. Eleanor simply laughed. Sometimes miracles did not need explanation. Soft violin improvisation, brushes on snare, gentle acoustic guitar, rain blending with bird song. She remembered her grandmother saying, flowers never stop listening. People simply stop singing. Those words had waited inside her heart for many quiet years. Now they finally understood each other. The rain was no longer weather, it had become music. Every leaf danced, every stone glowed. Even the old wooden gate creaked gently, like it wanted to join the rhythm. And Eleanor realized she had not restored the garden. The garden had restored her. Morning sunlight slipped through the clouds. The rain disappeared, but somewhere among the roses a melody continued, waiting for the next person who still believes. Hidden between cedar forests stood a workshop that smelled of cedar wood. warm wax and cinnamon tea. Inside, old Mr. Elias made lanterns, not ordinary lanterns. Each one carried a forgotten hope someone had accidentally abandoned. A child who stopped drawing, a father who stopped singing, a grandmother who believed she had become invisible. Every lantern remembered. Elias never asked questions, he simply listened, while the glass cooled beneath careful hands. When evening arrived, the lanterns floated above Hollow Creek, golden lights drifting like quiet promises. People watched them without understanding why their hearts felt lighter. One winter evening, a little girl entered. She asked, "Can you repair courage?" Elias smiled. He handed her the smallest lantern he had ever made. Inside, a single firefly. Years later, she returned as the village teacher. The lantern still glowed. Hope, Elias often said, does not become brighter because it grows larger. Sometimes it only needs someone willing to carry it home. After Elias was gone, the workshop remained open because kindness, once learned, always finds another pair of hands. Every evening, before darkness covered the valley, an old shepherd climbed the highest hill with nothing except his lantern and a notebook. The villagers assumed he counted sheep, he never corrected them. Only one curious child, Oliver, asked, "What do you write every night?" The shepherd smiled, "I count stars." Oliver laughed, "There are too many." The old man nodded, "So are blessings." Each page contained a single sentence. Tonight, one little girl shared her umbrella. Tonight, a baker gave away his last loaf. Tonight, someone forgave without telling anyone. None of the stars were made of fire, they were made of kindness. When clouds covered the sky, Oliver asked, "What if you cannot see them?" The shepherd looked toward extraordinary hearts. Years passed, Oliver grew older, the shepherd grew quieter. One winter morning, the lantern remained hanging outside the cottage. Unlit, the notebook, however, rested neatly upon the windowsill, waiting. It is your turn to keep counting. From that evening onward, every sunset, another lantern appeared upon the hill. People still believed it counted stars, only Oliver knew it was counting acts of kindness. Some constellations are never found through telescopes, only through grateful hearts. At the edge of Willowbrook Village, where morning mist rested gently upon wild flowers, worked an elderly gardener named Miriam. She grew roses, lavender, apple trees, but everyone knew those were not her greatest harvest. Every spring, children visited her little garden. Instead of giving them flowers, Miriam handed each child a tiny cloth pouch. Inside, one seed, nothing unusual, except every pouch contained a handwritten note. Plant this when you are ready to believe in tomorrow. Most children forgot, some planted them immediately, others kept them inside drawers for years. One boy, Lucas, carried his seed through school, through university, through heartbreak, through moving to another city. It remained inside his wallet, untouched. One difficult autumn, Lucas returned home. He found Miriam watering sunflowers as though time had politely waited. "I think I'm ready," she smiled. "I know. Hope is rarely planted on easy days. It grows best inside tired hands. After disappointment, after rain, after every reason to stop believing, tomorrow always begins with one small seed." Together they planted it beneath an old pear tree. Nothing happened, not that day, not the next. Lucas laughed softly. "I thought I'd feel different." Miriam brushed the soil from her hands. always work before branches. Fingerstyle guitar, bird song, soft wind through grass. The following spring, a young oak rose quietly from the earth. Children gathered beneath its growing shade. Lucas returned every year, bringing seeds for someone else. Soon the village became known for its trees, not because they were ancient, because each one began as an act of hope. Years after Miriam was gone, people still found little cloth pouches hanging gently from garden gates. No one knew who placed them there. Each contained one seed, one note, and one invitation to believe that tomorrow is always worth planting. When spring arrives, look beneath